you're all here to witness this in person. So first of all, welcome on behalf of Reliance Entertainment and on behalf of Wells Fargo to the US press tour for Shivaay, Ajay Devgan's new film that's coming out October 28th, Diwali weekend. So we're all going to be there, right? Diwali weekend, watching the film in the audience. That's great. It's produced by Ajay Devgan Films, Pen India Limited and NH Studios. Shivaay will be distributed overseas by Reliance Entertainment, and the press and public tours are sponsored by Wells Fargo. So, I want to give you guys a special treat for those of you who haven't seen the trailer of the film. We're going to actually start with a sneak peek of Shivaay coming out Diwali weekend. Who is with Wells Fargo. They're the official sponsor of the US press tour of Shivaay. Please give it up for Mr. Mickey Randhawa. Can you just take a seat, Mr. Randhawa? Then we have the overseas distributor of the film, Reliance Entertainment USA. From there we have Sumit Chadha, if you would please join us on stage. Reliance is going to be bringing this film to every screen across the country. So let's give it up for Sumit and Reliance. Yeah, Sumit. Okay, do we want a drum roll here? Little drum roll going? Yeah, little drum roll, excitement. Come on, guys. This is the 4th stop on their press tour. They have traveled all over the country just to see you. Please give a warm California welcome to Ajay Devgan and Kajol. All the excitement. You don't blame them, do you? Okay, so before we hear from Ajay and Kajol themselves, we would really like to welcome Mickey Randhawa from Wells Fargo. He has a few words to say to all of you to welcome you to this phenomenal event. Here you go, Mr. Randhawa.
Thanks, Mickey. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here and to be at this wonderful event. Wells Fargo is a proud sponsor of this tour, and we are looking forward to this wonderful action thriller that I can't even speak these talented individuals do day in, day out. You know, they make it look so easy on these wonderful big screens, but over the years, if anyone's had passion for movies, and especially Indian movies, it is just something amazing, especially for people in this country, the non-resident Indians. It keeps us connected back with India, and I know you guys know that better than I do. On behalf of Wells, I want to say this much, that we not just are proud sponsors of this, but we are constantly involved in our communities. We want to make sure that we are consistently connecting various ways to keep everyone connected day in, day out. One of the biggest things that we are proud of is how the South Asian community has grown. When I came to this country back in 1977 at the age of 9 years old, when you saw an Indian person in a shopping center, you almost went and hugged them because there was very few of them, okay? But I've seen the South Asian community grow, and it's grown that, look at a place like Fremont today where it's a hub. We have Indian movie theaters. Indian movies are being played in all the theaters across the country. And Bollywood cinema, just like the South Asian Indian community has grown, Bollywood cinema has grown. There was a time when I think the Bollywood producers, directors, actors looked upon the Hollywood people, but now Hollywood is going to Bollywood. And I think you guys all see that. Proud to be here. Thank you for the opportunity. Again, you guys are just amazing, talented people that we rarely get to kind of see in person, but we admire you guys on the screen. So thank you for everything you do.
Now we're going to hear just a few words from Mr. Sumit Chadha with Reliance Entertainment.
Hello everyone, welcome. At Reliance, we are committed to bring the best content to our audiences all across the world. And I don't think there can be anything better than Shivaay. And if the trailer is any indication, then we are in for a one firecracker of a Diwali this year. So I hope to see all of you and your friends and everyone on 28th of October. Shivaay is releasing. all across US, Canada. So please be there. Thank you for coming again. Thanks.
So without further ado, we are going to hear from this amazing Bollywood power couple. Who has the first question? There you go, lady, ma'am.
Hello, everybody. Now that you remind me, it feels like 25 years. Otherwise, it never felt like it's been 25 years. It passed off so fast. It's been great. I think I've been very, very lucky. I've done various kind of films, and most of all, whatever little bit of success I have, it's been on my terms and conditions, and I never had to succumb to do this or to do that, so that, you know, this is required to be done. I did it my way. People thought it was wrong, and people thought that, you know, I should do things differently, in the sense, because I am in the entertainment business, I should be more social and more outgoing. But I don't think I need to do that, and, you know, work speaks. So it's been fantastic.
Okay, next question right here.
Hi, I'm Vijaya. I represent Wells Fargo Bank as well as AC 1170 AM, the 24/7 Indian radio station here. I've been a huge fan of you, and everyone says that to you, but I really love the way you underplay your characters. We really love you so much.
Thank you so much.
How do you pick the storylines of your movies? They're all so different in all these years. Not about acting, but direction. When you direct the movies, how do you pick the storylines?
The basic thought is what you're thinking at that point of time. When I made a film called You May or Hum, it was very small, again an emotional film on Alzheimer's, but basically a husband-wife emotional drama. This film also I picked up because what I was feeling at that point of time when I started this film. It is, I mean, you can see all the action in the trailer, but if you see, the trailer has more of emotions, and when the action is also happening, you see the emotions of the character's face. I mean, they're all emoting, and so I would call it more of an emotional drama, and there was an emotional connect of mine at that point of time. It's actually in the subconscious, and that's how the script started, basically.
Okay, next question. Right here, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Seba Shan from Radio Zindagi. We're also very proud to be your radio partners for the meet and greet. You guys looking fabulous. Welcome to the Bay Area. And my question is a little more personal. I just wanted to know, when are you two appearing together in a movie? And also, Kajol, you broke a lot of norms. I want to know, when is your directorial debut going to be?
Sorry to disappoint you over there, because I'm not having a directorial debut. I'm never getting into this. Sorry, that takes too much of time, patience, and requires too many peacemaking capabilities that I do not have. As far as both of us coming in a film together, I think we just need a script. We need the perfect script, and you know, that we can both be happy with portraying, and that will both push us. So it's a challenge, I agree, but nobody's faced it yet.
So what do you enjoy more, acting or directing? And why?
Honestly,
Directing. Yeah.
I've always been behind the camera. In fact, I became an actor by mistake, by chance, I would say. I was an assistant director. I used to make my own small films before I started, when I was in college and things like this. And one day suddenly I was pushed into acting in a film, and you know, I was too young at that point of time, and I was like, I did it with an attitude that works, doesn't work, doesn't work. But anyways, whatever I do will be in the industry, and the film worked, so
You got stuck.
I got stuck.
Where you from, Kaj?
A little YouTube channel where I look at Indian movie trailers from Los Angeles. I come from an action film background, and I was wondering, what were your biggest influences for Shivaay, and what were your injuries that
Where action is concerned.
Yeah. Or even just in general, like, what were your biggest influences for this film?
Influence was the thought behind it, the emotion behind it, I would say. So that's where the script started. When you speak about action, I don't think I need any more influence, because I come from a family where my father's been one of the topmost action directors, and when I started my career also with him, like I was saying earlier, assisting films, assisting him, editing, doing special effects. So that's where I started, and suddenly I became an actor. So yeah, he's been my biggest inspiration with action since then. I mean, the kind of things he's created at that point of time, people don't know how to create today also with CGI. I would say shooting time was year and a half, but the pre-production took me another 6 to 8 months. The film got delayed a little because I decided to, I rekeyed the film and I decided to start shooting in Canada, and that winter it didn't snow. So I postponed the film for a year.
And in this, and what has been the most memorable and what has been the most challenging moment, if you can remember?
I guess I was very lucky again because there were a lot of challenges. The biggest challenge was shooting at minus 25 degrees, and my whole crew and me, I want to really thank them that they stood by me, and whatever I envisioned, they were right behind me. And yeah, that was the biggest challenge: the temperatures, and the conditions, and the locations. But apart from that, I think we've all been very lucky that it was very smooth.
Last two questions. Go ahead.
Kavita from Satari TV. I have a question. What is your most memorable moment on set for this film?
For this film, I really don't know, because I was most of the time occupied doing whatever I was doing. I hardly spoke to anybody. I hardly was chilling or sitting. So yeah, the worst moment I would say is when I.
The best or something memorable?
The most memorable one will be on its release, I think.
Yeah, but apart from that, yes, there was a sequence, and after a point, there was so much of wind on the mountain, and I was practically by body that it hit me, and I got hypothermia, and the doctor said you can't work for 2 days, and I was like, no, I have to finish this, and I was dizzy, I couldn't speak, and it took me half an hour, and I was back to work. As I said, it's an emotional drama, and every film is not just meant to make for messages, yeah, but at the end of the film, what I want and what I feel will happen or should happen is when you come out, you have tears in your eyes and you have a smile on your face, and you want to just call up or be with the people you love. That's the feeling I want you to come out with. If that happens, then I feel that I've succeeded in making this film. That was one, and yeah, making films with messages, right?
Yeah.
I just had release in India today, and which is practically released all over the world. A film called Parched. I don't. Thank you. I hope you all see that film. It's on Netflix. You must see it. But yes, it's a fabulous film. Not because I produced it, because when you're talking about a message, I mean, I think you should really see that film.
Hi, my question is for Kajol. It seems like you've been a part of Shivaay directly and indirectly, right? Why do you think, what about Shivaay you think is going to resonate with audiences? How would you describe the film?
I think Shivaay reflects the man who made it. I think that there is when I see the trailer, there is a feeling of immense power that comes across, and there is an inherent honesty and an inherent strength that comes across, and of course, like Ajay said in countless interviews, I think the fact that it is an emotional drama set against a backdrop of action, which is also mind-blowing, but that's the backdrop, and it is an emotional drama at the end of the day. And I'm a chick. I like my emotional dramas, so yeah, I think it's going to be a very, very interesting film to watch.
Thank you.
One quick question. When you are selecting your heroines for your movies, what discussion happens in the bedroom when you come back at home and say,
Why would you say that? We need to discuss all this in the bedroom.
I know.
No, I think the whole process you're putting it is wrong.
Coach me, sir.
No, when we talk about selecting heroines.
You're not
and,
married, obviously, if you need coaching.
Characters and actors are decided according to what is right for the script and who suits the role. even in Shivaay, I think most of my actors are not supposed to be Indian. So that's how this casting happened. It
So
took
I
me
begged
6 to
him
8
to
months.
please give me a role in the film, and he refused categorically.
So it's according to script. Likewise, somebody just asked us a question when you all working together, and I was like, she just mentioned also that whenever we get the right kind of script, and we're starting a film with her, in which it's a heroine-oriented film, and somebody said, why aren't you in the film? So I said, the only next important character in the film is her son, so I can't play her son. So casting happens accordingly. Thank you.
Thank you all. On that note, let's give them a huge round of applause. Thank you all so much. Let's give them a huge round of applause. They're leaving to go to India tomorrow and work on the film and get it ready for us. So let's give them a huge round of applause, guys.